Hey guys, today is Sunday, August 30th, 2020. Let's take a look at the market right now for Ethereum. Well, let's take a look at the stock market today because the stock market is open. Okay, so the market for the stock market, as you can see, the is going up again, just like just like it's been for the last 2 months. And it's low volatility, just keep going up, keep going up, keep going up, and it's squeezing. You can see that we could be getting some dips along the way, but I wouldn't be going short. As you can see that we had a similar move here, and there was some volatility, but it wasn't until December 31st to February, until 2 months later where you got this major correction. And we don't know where we are right now. So we could be, we could be somewhere here. We could be somewhere here, right? And maybe it has a much higher slope that's coming up. It's really hard to tell, and this market could just consolidate zigzagging all the way to the top until maybe January or December we get a correction this year. That is similar to this, right? So we have January 25th, 2018, where we get a correction. We have this October. This one had the October correction, but I think because we had such a sharp correction in March, I think this particular run could stay on track until the end of this year, or even past that to January or February-ish. And I think by the time we get to January, we might have a larger correction coming up, and we have to look at the market situation then. But today, right now, it's still August 30th. Next, we have September, October, November, and December. We have another 4 months left in this particular rally, probably, and I wouldn't be shorting the market right now. Okay, definitely not. Don't short the market. Even if you're right, maybe you can short the market here and it comes down. But come on, what's the chance of that? It's not high in the next couple of days, and I don't know. Catching a rising knife. This is a rising knife. Try to stop a rising knife is not a strategy either, right? Just like catching a falling knife is not a strategy. Shorting a rising knife is not a strategy. It's a money losing. Well, it is a strategy. It's a money losing strategy. You want to throw your money away. You want to burn your cash, hard earned money or whatever. Don't do that on the stock market. Nobody cares, right? At least go to the casino, right? At least you can get some free. Well, the casinos probably closed these days, but I don't know. Get someone can make you happy, right? Like a happy ending. That's a better way to spend your money. Okay. All right, let's take a look at the Ethereum Bitcoin. Obviously, you can see that Bitcoin underperforms again. Let me just bring this chart up. It seems that my internet is kind of slow today. So I'm expecting Bitcoin to continue to go up to a higher level, but I don't think that's likely. It's showing very, very weak move compared to Ethereum. It underperforms the entire DeFi market by a huge margin, and I think what happens is we might make a new high, but we might come down from a consolidation in Bitcoin. And Bitcoin has been very disappointing since this rally. It massively underperforms all the other crypto assets. The reason is the market cap for Bitcoin is just huge, right? It's a $300 billion market cap. In order to increase this by another 30%, just tremendous amount of money have to pump into the system. And I personally, I'm getting impatient holding this thing. I don't think it's going to have a crazy run like Ethereum, or has the potential to have a crazier run. So I might have to switch this to something else, to maybe Ethereum, or something else, right? This thing underperforms. Not very happy with this, unfortunately. Okay, I might have to switch this to something else, but I'm not gonna switch this to cash, right? You have to stay in the game, so you don't. Right now, the best thing you could do is just stay in the game. It's okay to switch to another asset, right? But you don't want to switch to cash, which would be a wrong move. Okay, and let's take a look at Ethereum. I've been saying about Ethereum that I've been saying that this particular move seems to be a continuation consolidation to me, because if it were to break apart, were to broke down, you would have done that right here, went straight down. But the very fact that we were able to hold the resistance, this particular support, it just shows that there are buyers at these levels, right? 374, 371. Go watch my last video. I've been talking about this exactly. Last 2-3 videos, I've been saying that this level is very critical. It seems that it tries to go below that very briefly, but both times got rejected completely. And that was a sign that this market is about to turn, right? And today you can see that it's up 7%, it's turned already. But however, I'm not too bullish still. I'm like 100% in this, but for my Ethereum position, I'm 100% in. But I think I'm expecting this to maybe soften at some level like this, and maybe consolidate. And there are two scenarios. One is that I think the one is that maybe I don't know, we consolidate and we can move higher along this line, along this trend. And this trend is pretty, even if you look at this trend line, it's pretty steep, right? Like, in order for the price to climb along this particular trend line, we're talking about, by the time it's November, it's already 800, already doubled, and by the time is next December, we're looking at already $1,000 level. I don't know if the price is going to continue to climb around this particular line. It looks to me there's no evidence of that right now, right? There's no evidence. We tested this trend line once, we kind of went over it, but the price does that all the time. And now we're trying to come back and retest this line. So if we did not get to this line, if we do not get to this line, I fear that it's possible for the price to make a new high here, and to make another dip down, to do another wash and rinse. I think the whales definitely want to move Ethereum to a higher price, but the thing about the whales is that they don't want you to be on the ride with them, right? So you have to analyze the whale psychology, and I've been doing that for a long time in the market. That I always imagine myself, if I'm on the whale, how am I gonna play this market, right? Assuming I'm a person who can manipulate the price, who can change the price to whatever I feel that fits. And how do I make sure that most people get washed, and so that most Ethereum falls into my pocket at a low price? And obviously this one was a good one, right? Imagine I'm the whale, I crashed the entire market, everyone was over leveraged here, the DeFi, right? A lot of people got locked up the DeFi on what do you call that? MakerDAO, right? People from MakerDAO, Black Thursday, the zero bit attack for MakerDAO. If you guys look into that, which is a bug on the MakerDAO and causing people to lose $5 million of their collateral in an instant at this level. And you can see the volume here, which is crazy, right? Like a lot of people who were forced to sell at this level because they're over leveraged, they're forced to be liquidated across different platforms, including the futures, MakerDAO, the DeFi, everything got screwed. And who are buying here? The people the whales, right? The whales are the smart money who bought here, and there's just a tremendous, huge volume here. This is a huge amount of money got exchanged. Huge amount of Ethereum got exchanged at these levels, and the people who bought here got absolutely the bottom, right? And now they're holding a very healthy profit. And the people who are able to buy here are the whales, right? Are the people with lots of money who can come in and sweep up the tokens from the weak hands. And this was a very good move. And here, if I look at this, we didn't have a wash and rinse like this, right? This was if you look at this is only a 17% down, and we are going down, and some weak hands got shaken out. They sold, and we came down here, and now we bounced off pretty hard. But I don't think a lot of people have sold. Definitely not enough. Not as many people who have sold compared to. Although the volume here is actually quite good, but compared to this, it's definitely not, right? And maybe, just maybe, that we might have something like this, that it comes down like that, came up and dip again, right? Then move truly higher. It could happen, and you can see that the ones like this, these moves was a successful correction, has a 46%. You don't see a correction that's lower than 20% in the history of Ethereum, right? These corrections for Ethereum have a 47%, 40% plus, 67% move, right? Look at those. Even these smaller ones, if you actually measure them, you look at those are 40%. Even these tiny ones, what are these? Even this is more than 20%. If you look at that is considered a tiny one if you compare to those ones, those big ones. And I just don't think this is over. I mean, it might not be over. We have to see what the price action is. And if we do make a new high and comes down and retests this low or goes even lower, that is going to be a more than 20% correction, right? That would be a proper correction to form a proper bottom for the price to move to a much, much higher level. And so there are two scenarios here. One is that we move up and keep moving up, and the other one is we come down again, retest the level, then we move up. Of course, there's a third level that way. The third level would be, sorry, not third level. Third possibility would be, A third possibility would be maybe we are here already. We already correction, and we come down to retest this level 245. I drew to way over. Let's say we come down and test 245, and then move up. I don't know which one it's gonna be at this moment, so we have to wait and see. We have to wait and see. And I'm betting on the first and second. I'm not betting on the third one. Okay. Okay, that's it. That's all I want to talk about today, and see you next time.